Hello, my name is Mary Sawicki. Today on Prosecutor's Brief, we're going to be talking about innovative, child witness-focused pretrial motions. As all of you know, child abuse prosecutions can oftentimes be very emotional and very challenging. And the dynamics of sexual abuse can be quite complicated. Oftentimes, a child victim of child abuse often feels scared, frightened, ashamed, confused. In addition, the courtroom can be a scary place for an adult, no matter a child. So today we're going to be talking about what a prosecutor can do, what opportunity a prosecutor has within the bounds of ethics and the rules of evidence to file with the court pretrial motions in order to empower this child and protect this child. For the prosecutor, obviously, you need to get to know the child witness victim in your case. What particular pretrial motions would be most effective, if granted, for this child to assist them through the court process? One thing a prosecutor always needs to remember is you never want to promise a child in your case. For instance, if they could bring a comfort item to the witness stand when they testify. You never want to promise that ahead of time. You always want to make sure you get permission from the court before you tell a child that they'll be able to do a certain thing, like bring a comfort item to the witness stand as they testify. So what are some pretrial motions that a prosecutor should consider filing in every child abuse prosecution? The first one is filing a motion for the court that the child is administered a child-friendly oath. Now, the traditional oath, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, may sometimes be very confusing for a child. I would suggest that the prosecutor consider filing a pretrial motion with the court to request that the court administer to the child a child-friendly oath. In other words, an oath that is easier for the child to understand. Usually, such a pretrial motion will contain certain language like requesting the court that the child's oath that's administered includes a promise to tell the truth about what really happened. So a promise to tell the truth about what really happened can oftentimes be much easier to understand for a child than the traditional oath. Another pretrial motion that the prosecutor should consider filing is reconfiguration of the courtroom. Now, prosecutor needs to always keep in mind confrontation clause protections of the defendant, which are paramount. But what could the prosecutor suggest to the court in a pretrial motion to reconfigure this courtroom so it would be easier for the child and maybe less stressful when the child is testifying? For instance, a request of the court that instead of the child sitting in a chair, a high chair behind a tall witness stand, for instance, that a chair is brought in front of the witness stand. So the child, maybe it's a more convenient place for the child to sit, and the child is able to see the courtroom in a clearer way. Another pretrial motion is scheduled recesses. Get to know your child victim witness. Would this child benefit from scheduled recesses? Say, for instance, the prosecutor could file a motion requesting that after 30 minutes of testifying on the witness stand, that child automatically is given a 10-minute recess. So the child can, take a break from very stressful direct and cross-examination. In addition, a child victim witness may benefit from bringing a comfort item to the witness stand. Now, get to know your child in your case. And do they have a favorite stuffed animal, like a teddy bear? Do they have a favorite toy that would bring them comfort if they actually held that when they were testifying? And that's something that the prosecutor could file a motion about that I think would be beneficial to the child. Courtroom facility dogs is something that you hear more and more about today. And courtroom facility dogs, oftentimes, if the court will allow, can provide great comfort for a child as the child testifies in the courtroom, and the courtroom facility dog is laying in front of the witness stand or at the feet of the child. In addition, another effective pretrial motion would be for the prosecutor to motion the court that for both the prosecutor and defense that the language when they examine the child be limited to age-appropriate language and sentence structure. Also, a support person, a motion for a support person to be in the courtroom when that child is testifying also can provide great comfort for the child. Silent objections are another innovative pretrial motion that the prosecutor could consider filing. By silent objections, meaning the prosecutor could file a motion where instead of standing up and indicating objection, a different way could be devised. For instance, maybe the prosecution or defense could raise a pen or pencil up in the air, and at that time, that's the cue for the parties to go to sidebar to hear the motion, to hear the objection. So that is something that the prosecutor can think about as well. And for, if you have any questions at all in regards to filing these pretrial motions, please contact us at the Association of Prosecuting Attorneys, and we would be glad to assist. Thank you.
Thank you for watching this episode of Prosecutor's Brief. If you have questions or comments, see the contact information listed below. If you'd like further information, please check the links to Calio, the NCAC online library, and other resources listed. As always, thank you for the work you conduct each day in protecting the children in your community.